What's up, man? It's Big O. Quinell O'Brien, representing fucking Problems Clothing Line. Give y'all a quick bio about me. About my past, my history, what I want my clothing brand to mean. And a little bit about me and my clothing brand. Well, I had a hard past. We're going to start off with my past. I had a hard past. I grew up in shelters, in and out of shelters, but mostly in Roxbury, Eggleston Square. And this is back in the 80s when Boston, Massachusetts, when the trains used to run up top. And Washington Street was one of the most dangerous places to be. And Eggleston Square, Seaver Street, and Columbus Ave was one of the dangerous places to be in Boston. You know, they had a couple gangs out there, X-Men and, you know, all of them other kind of gangs. And I remember going up the stairs to get on the train because the train was up top in Eggleston. They had an Eggleston Square train station back then in the 80s. And I seen a dope fiend dead with the needle still sticking out his arms. I was with my moms and my two brothers. And I remember seeing that, going up to get on the train. So I grew up poor. Our cornflakes, when we poured them out in the morning to eat, if there was roaches in it, we had to wait for them to crawl out. Then we pour our milk and sugar and eat it. We didn't have money to throw away a whole box of cornflakes if there was roaches in there. You know, you just wait for the roaches to get out when you poured it in that thing, roaches to get out the bowl, pour the milk and eat it. That's how I grew up. You know what I mean? And shout out to my moms. You know what I mean? I love my moms. And y'all not going to believe this, but in an all-black neighborhood, my mom's is white and my pops is black. My father, I'm not going to say my pops. My father's black. I'm not going to say anything about my father because I don't really know the man. You know, I know what he looks like. I kind of know a little bit of his personality, but I don't know the man, really. He ain't never been in my life. He ain't never helped me. But this my mom's. Whether y'all could believe it or not, little chubby white lady, you would never think to see in the hood. But this is when she got her mind right. And she went back to college and she got a great job paying a lot of good money. This is her after we got out the hood. After she got out the hood, because I was still running the hood, around the hood when she got her mind right. But, you know, shouts out to my mom. I love my mom. So I went to prison for home invasion and 2 armed robberies. Well, I went to prison for home invasion and a federal suspect of 2 armed robberies and 5 more home invasions spanning between Boston, Massachusetts and Connecticut, which they never found me guilty of, but I ended up doing 5 years for home invasion. I copped out. You already know. So when I spent them 5 years in prison, I didn't have nobody to take care of me. I didn't have nobody to love me because I was trying to be so much of the toughest guy on the block and the illest drug dealer. And I didn't have a lot of friends. I really didn't. Trust me, dog. If you trying to be the illest nigga in the hood, you ain't going to have too many friends because everybody thinks they the illest nigga in the hood. So you ain't going to have too many friends. So I didn't really have too many friends. I ran by myself. You know what I mean? But I was always really tough. I boxed. I've been boxing since a young age. I've been in the ring. You know, I won a couple championships. You know what I mean? And I went to prison and I didn't have nobody to be there for me. And I'm missing a big part because I had got married at 17 years old. And I had a daughter at that age. And before that, 2 years before I got married, my daughter Caddy, you know, and my stepdaughter, you know what I mean? I love her to death. I met my wife. She had a 3-month-old daughter. I love my daughter to death. And I just didn't know how to be a husband at that time. She really didn't know how to be a wife either because we was both young. You know what I mean? She was out running the street. I was running the street. It was just a mess. And we had a daughter and it was just crazy. And I went to prison and I didn't have nobody to be there for me. So I figured out a hustle. I was always really good with drawing and very articulate. I couldn't spell for shit, and I still can. I have a severe case of dyslexia, so I have a hard time reading and writing. But I was always good with words, with things that popped up in my head with words, with writing poems, and not writing poems, but poems that would pop in my head. I would have somebody write it down, and I would get paid off for doing that, or I would get paid off for drawings, a lot of nice drawings. You know, I got a lot of nice drawings here. I want y'all to take a look at. You know, I drew a couple things. Some of these is from my last bid. I drew this little pistol. I tried to do a mural of my son. You know, I tried my best. I got coffee spilled on it one day. But I tried to do my best. And a lot of these stuff that I put on my t-shirts, it comes out of my head. I draw them down, and then I put them on, scan them on my printer and my scanner, and then I fix them and do my thing and get them all designed. But I want my clothing line to mean something to people other than me. You know what I mean? I want that slogan, fucking problems, to mean something to people, because everybody on this planet, from the rich to the poor, has a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Everybody has a fucking problem. If you telling me you ain't got no fucking problems in your life, I don't want to ever deal with you again, because you a fucking lie. You know what I mean? But I want it to mean something. When I put slogans on my shirt, like, I have my own fucking problems. I don't want yours, or I don't need yours. I want that to mean something to somebody. When they see my shirts, I want them to catch a feeling off of it, not just say, oh, that shirt's hot, let me cop that. I want somebody to see that shirt and be like, oh, shoot, you know, I know somebody like that, or that's me, and then buy my shirt. You know what I mean? I want them, when they wear it, to have some type of feeling when they wearing it. I want it to be an emotion. I want my fucking Problems clothing line to be an emotion, not just a clothing line. I want it to be more than a t-shirt. I want it to be more than a hat. I want it to be more than a pair of jeans or leggings for women. I want it to be more than that. I want it to mean something to you when you put it on. You know what I mean? I want it to mean something to you the minute you see it. Whether you see it on my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, if you see it online, if you Google it, fucking Problems, and my stuff pops up, I want you to feel what you're buying. I want you to know what you're getting and know that, yo, this dude is saying some real stuff. RNS, real nigga shit. And I can feel what he's saying. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Spanish. It doesn't matter what race you are, where you're from, what religion. Everybody has fucking problems. So y'all can all feel me. You know what I mean? When I'm saying fucking problems. You know? And I want people to catch emotions, because if it offends you, then most likely what is said on the shirt pertains to you. You know what I mean? But I don't mean to offend anybody. You know what I mean? I want people to get emotion out of my stuff. Yes, I do. But I want you to get emotion that makes you feel something within yourself. And I want you to appreciate it for what it is. You know what I mean? Fucking Problems clothing line. I don't want y'all to get in a negative light, because sometimes you'll see my slogan with guns on it, pointing this way, or maybe a little pistol in it, or maybe a guy with a mask on talking about fucking problems. But I'm not trying to put my stuff out there in a negative light. I just want people to enjoy my stuff. And I love y'all. And on my Facebook family and friends and all that, I love y'all, and I'll be back with y'all soon, okay? Fucking Problems clothing line, this is Big O. Three's up. Double L's, love and loyalty. L's up.